With Vignell, he's a New York City cop, kind enough to share his experience. I guess you got your first procedure LASIK with us about 10 years ago, right? And then you decided about 2 or 3 years ago to enhance your right eye, and then you just enhanced your left eye. But you were seeing pretty well, okay? Even before your enhancement, you were like 20/30, which is past legal to drive. I guess the reason you did this is because you're a cop and you wanted to shoot or something like that?
Well, with my profession, we do partake in a lot of activities, especially during the nighttime. So be able to see during the night, especially when we have low light situations, this experience and this eye correction helped me tremendously. First, I want to be able to see far because if I have to use my service weapon, one, I have to see where I'm, you know, utilizing it. Good thing I don't. But it's just be able to assess the situation, be able to view where I'm looking. If I'm driving or if I'm going to a high call emergency, I at least want to be able to get there safely because if I don't get there safely, I won't be able to be of use to anybody.
Yeah, and I guess, look, this is kind of not that on target in the point, but there was some article in the New York Times that says they're trying to decrease the bars to like midnight, and the bars want to be open until 3, and they said nothing great happens after midnight. So I think in terms of illegal activity, a lot of stuff's basically early morning hours, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. That a lot of things happens from the wee hours of the night into the morning. That's when a lot of crime happens. That's when a lot of people are, victims. They're unsuspecting. So while we're patrolling, we want to be able to be vigilant and at least be able to be seeing what we're patrolling. So if we can't spot, potential crime that's occurring, we're of no use to you. This experience has benefited me my entire career. I've been on the job for almost 10 and a half years now. And my first time doing it 10 years ago, up until this point, I've had no negative constraints. It's actually helped me better in my shooting skills. It's helped me identify potential threat even 2 blocks away. I'm able to observe better. This is probably the most life-changing correction I've ever done.
Yeah, I guess we should say for the audience that the non-cutting LASIK procedure that I specialize in is easier to enhance. If somebody had LASIK before, it's also a safer way to enhance because on the LASIK, sometimes you lift up the flap again, you laser, put the flap back down. There's two problems with that. Is when you rip up the flap, sometimes you get these funny, irregular, jaggedy edges, and then the skin grows back underneath the flap and rarely could melt the flap, so then you don't see well. And then also, when you lift up the flap and you laser an enhancement, you're going deeper in the cornea, which isn't safe. So our way of doing it, which we pioneered about 10 years ago, is I'm just lasering the flap, and it's safer because you don't have to dig the flap up, and it's safer because you're not going deeper into the cornea. For his enhancement, we actually got each eye to 2015, which is better than 2020. And we got him with both eyes open, seeing a little bit of the 2010 line, which is the limit of human vision. In other words, the photoreceptors, the little pixels in your eye, are not packed close enough to see better than 2010. So I actually had to climb up on the top of the counter there to kind of fine adjust the vision chart because we normally don't care if people are 2010. And he's actually got crazy vision. It's almost better than, almost twice as good as 2020. And that's why you could see people 2 or 3 blocks away. So you want to tell people briefly about your Superman vision after the high definition LASIK?
Well, my best definition of how to say it is is after the procedure was done, it felt as if the HDR setting got turned on. So I was seeing bright colors, I was seeing far, I was seeing 2, 3 blocks away, I was seeing on top of buildings, I was able to see people on the roofs almost 20 feet stories high. So my vision actually corrected itself beyond to the point where I was able to see anything beforehand. Before, people were a blob to me. Now I could look straight down Fifth Avenue and see at least 5, 6 blocks.
Yeah, so we're the only center I think in the country that has a special package. So if a person wants to, they can pay $10,000, and if we don't make them see better than they've ever seen before in glasses or contacts, they get all their money back. So anyone interested in seeing supervision should come in, and I guess this is the proof that we can accomplish it. Thank you very much for sharing your experience with the audience.
No, thank you for the many years of great experience you've done for me. I really appreciate
I appreciate it. I'm also looking forward to the PBA card.
it.